Yeah, OTB Spreads Prediction Show, February 23rd, coming live to you on Money Monday, where we are going to absolutely cash this slate, where I'm going to give you my picks, my leans, and the reasons why. We absolutely crushed the weekend. We went in profits Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, coming off a bounce back bad Thursday. Tequila Thursday was not kind to us. The tequila wasn't flowing like it should have been. But hey, we bounced back on the weekend. We cashed and we finished out in profits. That's all that matters. We went 3-0 on play of the day all weekend long, which is huge because that is our biggest wager of the day. And we cashed some parlays, which is always nice. So with that said, guys, 3-game slate, short slate. Now let's get into it. First up on the board, we've got the San Antonio Spurs going into Detroit to take on the Pistons, the red hot Pistons, who are 20-5 over their last 25 games, especially at home. That's where that record comes from. They have been absolutely on fire. We saw what they did to the Knicks just a week ago. And here, look, at this point in the season, they're playing for seeding. They're playing for momentum. I think that the Cavs made an upgrade with James Harden. That's evident now. They won 6 in a row up until their loss yesterday against the Thunder. So now they're 6-1 over their last 7. This Cavs team looks great. Ever since that Knicks blowout, I feel like the Pistons, that's going to be a momentum point for them. They're going to turn a corner. You know, when they beat Charlotte in that brawl, there looked like there was some momentum coming off of that as well. This Pistons team, they're efficient. They shoot at a very efficient clip, 45%, that is. At 45%, they shoot from the field. But their opponent tonight, man, in my opinion, they got the best player in the NBA. He's just got to figure out how to dominate the game on a night-to-night basis in Wemby. Wemby can be the best player in the NBA, night in and night out. He's just got to learn how to take over games. He hasn't quite learned how to do that yet. They're doing a good job at bracketing him down low. I think Duren's going to be a matchup problem down low for Wemby, but I also think that Wemby can be a matchup problem for Duren outside. So I'm curious to see who they're going to put on Wemby tonight, if Wemby wants to take him out on the perimeter, because I love those type of matches where you get a bigger guy out on the perimeter versus another bigger guy who's just, you know, look, Duren's more, he's stronger. He's a more physical player. Wemby's more finesse. He's going to get out on the perimeter. He's going to shoot the ball. He's going to beat you off the dribble. We'll see how this matchup goes tonight. But, man, this is where I'm going with it. I like the San Antonio Spurs on the money line, plus 100. Reasons being they're the more efficient offense. They're the more efficient defense. And their field goal percentage on the season is 47%. Detroit is 45%. I know that they've got a great home record. I know that Detroit is playing really well right now. The Spurs have not been playing as great as the Pistons. But, man, and at this moment in the season, right now, this feels like a huge matchup. This feels kind of like those Thunder and Spurs matchups we had just a few months ago, back in December and January, when we were getting all those really good Spurs and Thunder clashes. I really think that this game's going to come down to free throws and rebounding tonight. San Antonio on the offensive side of the ball is the better team, hands down, by every metric. They shoot better free throw percentage, they shoot better three-point percentage, and they shoot better field goal percentage. I think at home tonight, Detroit's going to be tested. I think this is a close game. I do think the number is wrong on the side of the Spurs. I think the Spurs should be getting more than plus 1. I think this should be more like a plus 2.5 line, in my opinion. So the true value on the edge is towards Detroit. If you want to take Detroit at -1, that's the true edge, I think, there. But this, to me, feels more like a pick'em game. And that's why I really like the Spurs on the money line here. I don't think that the spread is going to be a factor tonight. I think whatever team wins by 6, 7, 8 points. That little 1-2 point +1, +2 points isn't going to be a factor tonight. I think the better team's going to win, and they'll show up late in the game and pull away. So I think we'll see something similar to what we saw in the Magic and Clippers game last night, where one team pulls away late in a very close contested game for 3.5 quarters, and then somebody pulls away late. I think the difference is there will still be more defensive competitiveness. It won't be like the Magic getting their way at the rim. Last night, the Magic were just getting points in the paint, just almost automatic, and that's what really killed the Clippers late. Once they started missing some shots, the Magic were still getting those easy buckets at the rim. I think tonight that could be a factor for the Spurs. They could get those easy buckets at the rim. I really truly believe that this Spurs team can step up and win this game tonight with all of their metrics in the shooting analysis, And I really like the fact that they have Wemby. I think the best player on the court tonight is going to be Wemby, not Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham's going to have some defensive problems because he's going to have Stephon Castle. He's going to have De'Aaron Fox on him. He's going to have some really talented guys out there playing good defense on him. And I really like this spot here for the Spurs tonight. So give me Spurs on the money line, especially plus money. So let's go. Next up. All right, next up, we have the Kings going into Memphis to take on the Grizzlies. Kings are getting +4. Grizzlies laying -4. I don't know where I want to go in this one. All I know is the Kings are 0-14 on the money line their last 14 games. I do know they're 8-4 against bottom defenses. And that's my worry there is, they actually cover the spread when they play a poor defensive team. I guess it's because they get so many points, right? They covered their last game because they were getting 17. Now, in this spot here, I don't love them still. They're only getting 4 points, 2-possession game in my pocket. DeRozan, Westbrook, Malik Monk, are those guys really good enough to get it done tonight? They do have the veteran eye test. I mean, they're veterans, but they haven't looked great lately, and they haven't played a really good brand of basketball. The Kings are 4-6 against the spread over their last 10, and the Grizzlies are 6-4. Grizzlies have a little bit younger talent, a little fresher talent. I wish they had some of their better players in there. Aldama's not in there. Landell, who brings some defensive energy, is not in there. I'm not sure who else is out tonight on the injury report. It's a pretty big one. Obviously, Ja Morant's not playing. There's a lot of guys missing. Caldwell Pope, Zach Edey, a lot of guys missing on that Grizzlies team that could make this a good team and compete better tonight. So we're looking to like Jalen Wells and Jackson, a couple of these guys, Ty Jerome, to have big games and win this thing for us. I don't know, man. This is a hard one to call. It's probably the hardest one of the night because this could go either way. I'm going to take the home court edge and the team that likes to play at a little bit faster of a pace. And the Grizzlies, I'm going to lay the -4, and that's where we're going to go. Jazz at the Rockets. I like this game, man. I don't know why I like the game so much. Maybe because they're giving me 14, 15 points in my pocket. Then maybe that's why. I really like this game because they're giving me 15 points on a healthy Jazz team. Now, if the Jazz tank tonight, man, investigate the living hell out of them. The Rockets do play really well at home. They have blowout potential at home. They win a lot of games at home, but they're 3-7 against the spread over their last 10. They have not been playing well. The Jazz are awful on the road. The Mavs and the Jazz are the two worst teams against the spread, on the money line, on the road. This is the Jazz record on the road right now, man. 7-32. They've won 7 games on the road. It's probably during that little streak about a month ago when they got hot. I just don't love the spot, but I don't love the spot taking the Jazz because of that stat. But 15 points to me is too much. This line should be more around like +11, +12. If you're going to mess up and give me +3, +2 more points than what my prediction is it should be. And then the Jazz also are 7-3 against the spread on the Rockets. The Rockets sometimes don't score the ball all that well. So that's the other thing. That's the other factor here. So I'm going to go with the Jazz here tonight, +14.5. Give me the Jazz. They've got a full healthy roster, it looks like tonight. Looks like Laurie's going to go. Looks like Ace Bailey, Keontae George. Looks like all those guys are going to be in the lineup. Now, if those guys are playing tonight and I'm getting 14 to 15 points, yeah, I like it a lot. Great play. But my favorite play of the day on the board, like I said, I like the Spurs. I think it's a real game. You don't have to worry about blowouts. You don't really have to worry about people getting sat or minute restrictions. These guys are going to show up and play tonight. So my favorite play on the board tonight is probably going to be the San Antonio Spurs on the money line. After that, I really like taking the points with the Jazz. All right, y'all, that's the show. OTB Spreads Predictions. 3-game slate, short slate, but we're going with Spurs on the money line. We are going with the Grizzlies -4, and we're going with the Jazz getting 14. So, guys, lock in. If you got any information that you enjoyed out of this show, please drop a like and subscribe. Help me grow the page like you helped me grow the Instagram in 2025. Let's continue to run it up. Let's continue to win the day. And that's really it, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow for college basketball slate. We have a phenomenal slate tomorrow for NBA. It's a phenomenal slate for college basketball. And we have champions. Take over Tuesday. And if you have not locked in today, please lock in today. Money Monday Pass is the best value. It's $35 all access. That's a $99 standard package for $35. And it renews at that $35 price for as long as you hold it. Last time I dropped one of these, I've got a guy who's renewing every single day for the last 3 months. He knows the value. So guys, lock in because you'll get that same price for tomorrow once it renews for Takeover Tuesday. Let's get it. Let's go. Book the one way.